Shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, glory, and fear to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakwadash. I also want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that did teach us this truth. And as always, peace and salutations to the Lord's hopeful elect scattered throughout the earth, man. I back at it through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Back to the basics lessons, if you will, concerning who is salvation for. All right, being the fact that we're teaching that salvation, all right, this kingdom of heaven, these law, statutes, and commandments were only given, all right, to the nation of Israel, contrary to popular belief, man. So we'll bring out some precepts and see if we can get some clarification on that, man. All right, getting straight into it. This is Matthew 15, and we'll start at verse 22. And behold, a woman of Canaan, all right, a Canaanite, man, in relation to the son of Ham, which Ham, all right, would be so-called African. All right, the land of Ham is so-called Africa. All right, so this is a African woman, right? Not a Hebrew Israelite. She may have a lot of melanin and may have kinky hair like the Israelite women, but guess what? Spiritually and biologically, this ain't a Hebrew Israelite woman that's coming to Malak Yahweh seeking, help. So again, and behold, a woman of Canaan, should I say, a African, all right, so-called African, came out of the same coast and cried unto him, saying, Have mercy on me, O Lord, thou son of David. My daughter is grievously vexed with a devil. But he answered her not a word. The Lord didn't even answer her. And his disciples came and besought him, saying, Send her away, for she cried after us. But he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. So the Lord had a cold spirit upon him in relation to only coming for his nation, and that being the Hebrew Israelites, man. All right, the house of Israel. And this is, the words of Malachi Hawashah that said he is not I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel, man. Okay. And verse 25, then came she and worshiped him, saying, Lord, help me. So she's begging, all right, begging and pleading, all right, crying out to the Malaki Hawashah, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, man. Imagine that. See, y'all don't know the Lord, man, like y'all think y'all do. These 2/3 and the rest of these nations, man, because they've inherited lies, man. They've been taught, all right, starting with our people, first and foremost, that the Lord is all love, that he's one way, man, and that he came to save, the entire world. See, they err not knowing the scriptures. They err not having the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai upon them. So they don't understand when the Lord say, uh the whole world. It's only talking about the nation of Israel, but again, that's too deep. It's too much for the average idiot to understand, man. All right, and they'll try to change the will of Yahweh Shem Shai to fit their own will and their own agenda, which is, they know. I'm talking about the other nations now. They know deep down they don't want to die. All right, but I mean, they're trying to change what the Lord said, man. All right, I'll tell you what you can do if you a member of the other nation. I tell you like this: if you got the spirit to serve the Lord, and you look like a white girl, a white man, or Asian man, hey man, check this out. You could be a confusion of face, brother. So again, that's why we're not teaching about color, contrary to popular belief, where people say this ain't about color, man. It's about nationality, right? A confusion of face, man. There's Israelites that look like all the other nation that are upon this earth. So we're not about, black and brown. People think that. That's not what we're about. It's about the Israelites, man. So if you do have a spirit, maybe you are an Israelite, man. All right, but that does not negate the fact that the Lord said he's only come to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Verse 25, then came she and worshiped him, saying, Lord, help me. All right. But he answered and said, It is not meet to take the children's bread and to cast it to dogs. So the Lord had a very, very cold spirit upon him concerning these other nations, man, these heathens, everybody not of the nation of Israel, to the point where he classified them as dogs, man. What can you say? This is words of Malachi Hawashai, not ours. All right. We just learn from the king. Okay, and we come in that same lot, teaching the same thing that Malachi Hawashai, taught this, regardless of what people think, man. All right. you know Shit, the law, statutes, and commandments was, and I'm gonna bring all these precepts out, man. Let's get it. I got a bunch of them too. Let's go to John 4 Verse 22. Because I mean, what's really going on? We're just really seeing how much the people hate, Yahweh Shem Shai and the nation of Israel. They don't like it. They don't like the way the Lord set things up. The fact that He got a nation that's above every other nation upon the earth, especially when it relates to the true Hebrew Israelites, man. All right. You so-called Negroes, so-called Latinos, so-called Native Americans, man. Okay. That's been scattered in you other Israelites that look like the other nations, man. All right. But when it came to, even when we, some brothers was a part of the so-called Christian church, and we grew up like that, especially in the South. We had no problem with believing that, them people over there were the Lord's children and that we were Gentiles. We thought we were Gentiles, and guess what? For the most part, we was fine with it. The little bit of believing, a little bit of faith we had, man, we was cool with that, man. But now that the world is waking up to the reality that it's us, they don't like that, man. So they're bucking up against it. They wasn't bucking up against who the Israelites truly were when it came to them small hats. Everybody was with it. But now that the true children of the Lord are standing up for righteousness, oh man, everybody got a freaking problem with it. Everything that we're saying is wrong. Everybody can be saved, man. All right, the Lord just told you that, bro. All right, then they want to try to tweak the scriptures, man. The Lord said He only it sent to the lost sheep of the house of Israel, man. Which, you know what I mean? This is John 4, and we'll start at verse 22. Ye worship ye know not what. All right, we know what we worship, for salvation is of the Jews, man. And first and foremost, this is going, to the Hebrew Israelites that are lost out here, man. They don't know what they're talking about. They don't know Yahweh or Yahweh Shai. How we know that? They're still calling upon these idol names, man. All right. God, that's a title. All right, the Lord actually has a name, Yahweh. He gave it to us, man. All right, but 2/3 of the nation of Israel are not going to be able to receive that. That's why they don't know what they're doing. They don't know how to be a Israelite. It ain't because of the Lord, and it ain't because of the prophets, because we're teaching that through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai, how to serve the Lord correctly. Now, we're not perfect, but we definitely through the spirit putting forth a decent effort, man. Okay. But the hour cometh, and now is, when the true worshipers shall worship the Father in spirit and truth. And you're witnessing that as we speak, man. The true, Lord willing, we're a part of that number. Okay, we're the true worshipers that are coming back. The Lord has woke us up out of that deep sleep, out of all these lies and confusion that we inherited per our captivity, man. All right, for the Father seeketh such to worship Him, man. All right. Yahweh is a spirit, all right, and they that worship Him must Him in spirit and truth, man. All right, so we're not carnal, and carnal goes into in relation to the flesh, man, which means, hey man, we got to be spiritual, and it's only because we're able to be spiritual that we're able to receive this truth. If you're carnal minded, it scriptures go into that a carnal mind is enmity. I always say that word wrong. Against Yahweh Bahashem and Yahweh Shai, man. All right, that's opposed to. All right, so if you're carnal, meaning you thinking with your flesh and your own understanding, it's no way that you're going to be able to receive this, man. You can't change the will of the Father just because you don't like the way it sound, man. Just because y'all don't want to go into captivity, we did. Okay, and who's to say if you are doing right, that the Lord is going to be, so treacherous towards you, man. Our Lord is merciful, They probably believe that. But our Lord is very merciful, but that don't mean that salvation is for everybody, man. End the story, all right? And the rest of these nations, they're going into captivity. Make no mistake about it. There'll be levels to that captivity, man. All right, you remember a thing called a house nigga and a field nigga? Okay, same thing, you know what I mean? Same concept when we come into our power, man. All right. And there's different members. I can speak for myself, different members of these heathen nations, man, even Esau Edom, that I've came across, this life that I would say have been very, very decent to me. Okay. An example, when I was in the military, all right, in Iraq, I used to man, I was in my dwelling place in Iraq, and I had a roommate, and he was for face value a Edomite. Um, and one day I was supposed to be asleep, okay, but I wasn't. I was ducked off, in my little section in our shoe, and another Edomite guy came in there that we worked with, and he was talking about his girlfriend or his ex and how his girlfriend left him, and he used the word for a nigger. Okay, and I never heard a buddy talk like that or nothing. And as I was getting ready to, come out, because they thought I was sleeping there, man. They was talking, and first and foremost, hey, my roommate, man, we was real, tight. And I'm not even gonna lie to you, man. Hey, the Lord the one put us together, but I was with that guy since basic training, I think, man, or AIT. uh all the way up to all my deployments that I went on with this guy, man. We was roommates everywhere we went. I was with an Edomite, and my last name Jackson, my slave name. So I could call him a friend, I guess, man. He said, well, what about Jack? Everybody call me Jack. And then the other dude that called old buddy a nigger, well, he said out his own mouth, he said, well, Jack cool. So, that really, because I was finna address it however I was finna get ready to address it. I was getting ready to get up and whatever. He was finna get addressed. But it made me think as I've been in this truth looking back on that, man. And, he's just raised like that. A lot of people are raised a certain way to hate us, to hate so-called black folk, so-called brown folk, and that's all that was. But it showed me that how and that's why we always got to conduct ourselves, as men, as righteous men, and be decent, to people, you know what I mean. Because that's why he said I was cool, and that's why old buddy, stood up for me. You know what I mean? Because they knew how Jack was. I was a decent dude. I never tried to be like a Edomite. I always, rep where I'm from and all that. I'm young. I'm like 17, 18 out here, man. But I was just decent, man. Just being a man, and uh, they realized that. Now I said all that to say, make no mistake about it, for face value, I believe that those two individuals Edomites. Now, as it relates to us coming in power, don't think, hey man, the Lord is not going to remember that, and I'm not going to remember that, because I am. And to put it in like perspective, those two individuals, man, I pray to y'all by Shema Shai for them to be under me and be my quote unquote servants, man. And they'll be likened unto a house nigga. You understand me? Just for that alone. Do you not understand how treacherous, let's talk about our women, how treacherous our women are towards us, and how, them two Edomites like spoke highly of me, and this guy, you know, was raised, to hate black people. You know what I mean? For him to say, I'm talking about, it was a hard ER. And when you talking about nigga, I'm talking about he called old buddy. He said, his girl left him for a nigger. You know what I mean? He was very aggressive with it, man. But when my name popped up, they said I was cool. Oh, buddy, he was like, oh, what about Jack, man? And they thought I was asleep up in there, Well, he was like, oh, Jack's cool. So that meant a lot to me, man, because a lot of times, man, I've ran into, face value members of the other nations, man, and they've dealt with me way better than our own damn people, both male and female, but especially when we talk about Eve. You know how Eve get down on us, man. All right. So I just had to make that point, man. It doesn't negate the fact that these two motherfuckers they're going into captivity, bro. That's what I'm trying to get at. But like I said, that's what y'all don't understand. That's what they don't understand, the levels of the captivity. You not changing. Just because you're a good person of another nation doesn't mean that you're not going into captivity. They're all going into captivity, bro. And you best believe everybody that I've worked with, man, that's been decent to me, I want them. I want them, and I'm gonna set them up, above the worst of the worst. And we know who the worst of the worst is. It's the so-called elites, man. They high up on the totem pole when it come to judgment, man. All right. But you low level Edomites, man, that dealt decently with us, man, maybe it'll be a better captivity for you, is what all I'm saying. Okay. So back to these scriptures, man. Let's go to Joel. Ooh, I'm bringing out a lot. Chapter 2 and verse 27. And ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel. There it is again, constantly reiterating Israel, Israel, Israelites, Israelites, okay? And you got to study to show yourself approved because, you know, sometimes Jacob, Zion, you got to know this is all synonymous with the nation of Israel, okay? You hear these words if you're unlearned and you don't know what the hell, you know, is going on in the Bible, man. All right, again, and ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel. Oh, hold on. Let me go up. Salakia. Joel 2:26. And ye shall eat in plenty and be satisfied and praise the name of the Lord Yahweh, all right, your God, that have dealt wondrously with you, and my people shall never be ashamed, man. And only the remnant are not ashamed of Yahweh Shema Shai, man. If you're ashamed of the Lord, guess what? He'll be ashamed of you, and he's not going to protect you when all hell break loose. And we're prophesying all hell is getting ready to break loose, man. All right. But that's the glory and the lack of fear that we have when we serve Yahweh Shema Hawashah and the Lord is dealing with us, man. We're never ashamed, man. Okay. Because we trust in Yahweh Shema Hawashah and we know that Yahweh Bahashim Hawashah all powerful, man. And again, and ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel, that I am Yahweh, your God, okay, and none else, and my people shall never be ashamed. Said it twice, never be ashamed, never be ashamed. That's why we're able through the Spirit to do what we do, to make these daily, you know, edifying videos, okay, and to be able to go out on the highways and byways, man. You know, I'm fairly new, okay, but I it's a liking it to a miracle for me, man. I don't even like being out in the public, especially after all that military stuff. I don't like being around people, being in crowds and going out in public, period. But the Lord done put a spirit upon me, hey, to try to make my calling in election sure, man, to go out there on the highways and byways and you know, inquire, okay. So that's a testimony, man, of us never being ashamed, man. I'm talking about I don't, bro. I don't fool with these people, man. I don't go out in public too much unless I have to, man. But for Yahweh Shem Hawashah, I'm not ashamed through the Spirit, man. All right. That's why we're able to do what we do, man. That's why we're able to say, you know what? We're the true Israelites, not y'all. Y'all are lying, man. All right. Y'all are the synagogue of Satan. This is really getting old, man, for real. I'm really just sick of all these children, man. Everybody's acting like a bunch of children when it comes to these scriptures, man, and the will of Yahweh Shem Hawashah, and it is vexing, okay? We're trying to go home, and it's just stupid, like just stupid. This is plain and simple, all right? Plain and simple, but it's because they don't like this. It's really because they hate Yahweh by Shema Hawashah and the Israelites, man, that they're bucking up against. And that go for 2/3 too. They hate Yahweh by Shema Hawashah and the prophets as well, man. All right. That's why they not hearkening to what we're teaching them or trying to teach them. Let's go to Isaiah 44 and start at verse 1. Yet now hear, O Jacob, there's that word that you might not know if you haven't studied to show yourself approved, to know who Jacob is. Okay, you see what I'm saying? Yet now hear, O Jacob, my servant, in Israel, whom I have chosen. Again, how many times do we need to hear in the Bible, man? All right. That this is only for the nation of Israel, that salvation is only for the nation of Israel, that the Lord is only dealing with the nation of Israel, man. All right. I guess I could say a lot of people are not dumb enough. Some are, that so-called atheists, you know what I mean? But a lot of people believe in something. All right. And for the ones that do believe in the God of the Bible, I mean, I could say that at least they have a certain level of intelligence to believe that there is a higher power, unlike atheists. Whether you know they're in these other false other false religions and shit. I don't really want to talk about that. I'm talking about the ones that believe, all right, in the God of the Bible that's of other nations. At least they believe, you know, that there's a higher power, because there's people on this earth that don't believe in nothing. You know, the atheists and whatever, or you know, just you know, so-called science, Big Bang Theory and all that crap, man. All right, but again, I'm making the point that it doesn't matter. Okay, you can't change the will of Yahweh Shema Shai just because you believe in the God of the Bible. All right, he said he only come for the nation of Israel, then that's what it is. And I'm teaching y'all, you other nations, what you need to do. All right. If you feel like you're not like the so-called elite and you don't hate Yahweh Shema Shai and his people, well, you need to put your best foot forward, man. Come out of your wicked ways too. If you claiming, okay, and again, you could be a confusion of face, man. If you got that type of spirit upon you to try to keep the law, statutes, and commandment, but that's what you need to do. All right. If you feel like you a member of the other nation from face value, okay, you look like a so-called Asian or whatever, and you believe in the God of the Bible, it doesn't negate the fact that the Lord is only sent to the nation of Israel. But what you can do is what I'm saying. What you can do is try to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments just like we do. And we'll see how that works out for you. I'm sure. All right. Our Lord is all powerful, all knowing, and he's merciful. All right. To the ones that deserve mercy. And if you put forth a decent effort, again, you're going into captivity. Okay. You're going into a servitude position. It is what it is, man. All right. But maybe it won't be as bad is what I'm trying to speak through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem and Hawashai. Again, does it negate the fact that the Lord is only come for the nation of Israel, man? Stop it. Okay. Stop it. I mean, it's so many precepts on this. It'll blow your mind, man. Isaiah 45 and verse 4. For Jacob, my servant's sake, and Israel, mine elect, I have called thee by thy name. I have surnamed thee, though thou hast not known me, man. All right, that goes into our rebellion and things like that. But again, the Lord is reiterating, that, hey, this is, Israel is his, man. All right. How many times do we need to go over this, man? Time and time again, we keep on teaching the truth, man. All right. That's why we got the Lord teaches us to eat the whole roll. We can't just, if you call yourself a believer, all right, call yourself having faith, call yourself a servant, man. How you going to change the words of the Lord, man? Did the Lord not teach you what's going to happen to the ones that try to change, his words, man? You're going to be called the least. All right. I mean, it's so many precepts, bro. Let's go to the so-called New Testament, Acts 13th chapter, to reiterate the so-called Old Testament and the so-called New. Acts 13 and verse 23. Of this man's seed hath Yahweh, according to his promise, raised up unto Israel a Savior, Yahweh Shai. There it is again. So our Lord and Savior, Malak Yahweh Shai, was only raised up unto the nation of Israel, and furthermore, the remnant, all right, the lost sheep that the Lord predestined to serve him and to hear his voice, man, who Malak Yahweh Shai came and suffered and made a sacrifice for, not the entire freaking earth, man. All right. Is a small remnant, because guess what? Even members of the nation of Israel, they not right. They're likened unto the wicked, because the Lord didn't choose them, contrary to popular belief. Even our nation, we got to be telling the truth. If we're saying not 66% of our people not gonna make it, thus saith Yahweh Shem Hawashai, in relation to that, on 2/3, man, that's gonna be cut off and die during this time of great tribulation, during this time of great judgment, famine, pestilence. All right. And ultimately, World War III and the nuclear missiles that's gonna be shot off, man. All right. 2/3 is gonna get caught up in all that wrath and all that judgment, man. All right. and this remnant of the nation of Israel, you guys are witnessing that through the spirit of power, Yahweh Shema Hawashai, that remnant coming back to the knowledge and understanding of who they are and how they are to conduct themselves. Everyone else is just hating. That's all it is. They're hating and they're scared. The Lord didn't give us a spirit of fear. See, they're scared because deep down, they know that they ain't the people. See, if you really got the spirit of Yahweh Shema Hawashai, amen. Now we fear Yahweh by Hashem and Hawashai, but for the most part, don't think that we're still not in this flesh, man. Yeah, we're If somebody got, somebody shooting at you, yeah, your heart gonna be beating fast, man, and you gonna get the running. But you know what I mean. Overall, man, we're not afraid of nothing but Yahweh Bahashim and Hawashai. All right, and we're telling our people, hey, a lot of our people not gonna make it, and that includes members of our own family. So how are we just, we're not biased. All right, we're not making this stuff up. We're prophesying. Hey, some of our own people might not make it, man, and they're for face value Hebrew Israelites, man. How much more are you guys gonna go into captivity like we're saying? If we're saying, hey, some of our people are not even gonna make it on this side, man. All right, we're not budging against the truth, man. All right, it is what it is. This is not our will. We didn't make this up, man. All right, this is the will of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah concerning, him picking a nation for himself, man. It is what it is. Stop hating and stop trying to change the words of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah. You need to, get in line with that, man. All right. And I'm talking about, everybody else that ain't doing this, man. 2/3 of the nation of Israel and you heathen nations, especially you ones that believe in the God of the Bible, but don't want to believe that he only came for the nation of Israel. Back to Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 1. For the Lord Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel. There it is again. And set them in their own land, and the stranger shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. Man, there it is, man. And that's in relation to this coming kingdom, man. We'll get our own everything, man, which is really the entire universe is supposed to be ours. But of course, the Israelites, they messed it up. If you know, you know. All right. You should know your history. The fact that what happened out in the wilderness, how what happened in ancient Egypt. Okay, the law, the 10 commandments, how we acquired them. I'm not gonna go into detail on this lesson about that. You should know these things, man. All right, and know what happened. Relation to Deuteronomy 28th chapter, these curses that the Lord said he would place upon the nation of Israel if we were to go off. All right, and prior to Deuteronomy 28th chapter, all right, there's a whole bunch of blessings that the Lord said he will bestow upon us if we were to keep, all right, the law, statutes, and commandments. We didn't. So guess what? Deuteronomy 28th chapter. Check it out and see what happened to us. Horrific slavery, losing our children, losing our heritage, all these other nations over us, man. And that's what another thing, aspect of the Lord they don't understand, because why? They don't know the Lord, man. All right. The Lord is, he pays recompense, man. All right. So if all the other nations on the earth had us into some form of captivity and slavery and bondage, hey, man, the Lord, he's righteous in that regard, man. So you guys are gonna, experience the same thing, man. Where's the gray area? There is no gray area other than, you just don't like the way that sounds. Again, I say to you, I was raised in the so-called church, so-called Christian church, man, Pentecostal. All right. And even as a child, man, when we heard about the Jews or the Lord's chosen people, we thought we was Gentiles, man, and we were fine with the Lord having a chosen people that wasn't us. We thought that we were Gentiles, man, and we didn't care. We was fine. But now that the truth is coming out, everybody got a problem with it. Wasn't no problem, before though. Before we woke up, it was all good for the Lord to have a chosen people and salvation to be for them, or what people think is for everybody. Let them tell it. But neither one of those is true, man. All right, salvation is only for the true nation of Israel. I'm gonna keep on reiterating that, man. All right, check this out, man. Let's go all the way to Revelation about it. Revelation 7, and we'll start at let me see. Yep. Revelation 7 and 4. And I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there were sealed 144. And I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel. And like I say, this 144,000 is a stumbling block. All right, the so-called Jehovah Witnesses, they think it's them. Okay, so I'm not finna get into, this whole 144,000 in this lesson, because that's not what it's about. It's about, reiterating the fact that salvation is only for the nation of Israel, and this 144,000, okay, that people think they have no idea. They only come from the nation of Israel, man. They're all Israelites, man. Okay. And then it goes on, they're talking about the tribes that they come from, man. 12,000 from this tribe. That's other nation of Israel, Judah, Asher, Simon, Zebulun, okay? All the 12 tribes, man, of the nation of Israel are the ones, the remnant that's going to be saved, man. All right. Let's see. Oh, yeah, here we go. Now we getting to it. Let's go to Revelation 2 and verse 9. I know thy works in tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich, man. That's like unto us, man. All right. The Lord, see us doing this work now. All right. And know the tribulation that we have been through, and the tribulation that we're going through, and the tribulation that we're getting ready to go through. All right. The poverty that we're in, being that we're not in our kingdom. All right. So we're still subject to payments, so we're really poor for real as it relates to money. All right. But thou art rich. And how are we rich, man? Through this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, which is going to manifest into actual physical riches, man. All right. Wealth beyond our wildest imagination. All right. And, health is wealth. So we'll receive glorified, perfected bodies that can't die, age. You know what I mean? We'll have youthful appearances, man. All right. Thus saith the scriptures, man. The scriptures, speak about Yahushua looking like a young man. Marinate on that though. All right. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. And come on, bro. This Bible was written before we got woke up here in Babylon the Great. So we're just now kind of waking up through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema collectively. So, this is not talking about us calling us the synagogue of Satan. Some people claim that. Because again, I reiterate, this Bible was been here before we woke up, in Babylon the Great, since, I don't know, what was it, the 60s, around about 60s, 70s, our elders and apostles, the Lord began to wake them up, and we became to, come back to the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of who we are, who Yahweh Shema Shai is, all right? But of the synagogue of Satan. So it got to be the ones claiming on this earth, somebody around here claiming that they the Hebrew Israelites, somebody on this earth claiming that they're Jews, and the Lord is telling us, all right, through these scriptures, that guess what? They're not, but are the synagogue of Satan, the church of Satan, lies, hypocrisy. All right, bunch of BS. Look at them so-called, priests, man, with them collars, man. If you got the spirit of discernment, hey, no offense, just speaking true, they look like some funny, guys, pedos. And that's being revealed through the spirit of power. Yahweh Shema Shai. So many cases, are rising about, these so-called priests. And what the hell is a nun, by the way? Like, what is that? Maybe I'll do a lesson on that crazy stuff, man. And they all just as wicked as they want to be, and here we are walking around before we got woke up thinking that these some righteous people are none, thinking these some super righteous women, and these priests, nigga go up in there and calling this man father and confessing sins to this nigga. What? That's the synagogue of Satan, That's how they rock, man. That's that synagogue of Satan two-step, man. I don't know what they got going on over there. I don't even want to know, man. Call hello Yahweh Shema Shai for waking us up, man. Cause this is a bunch of nonsense at this point, man. This is like childish. You know what I mean? We're on the earth amongst a bunch of children, man. Just lying. Is it in here again? In Revelation 3 and 9? That was Revelation 2 and 9. This is Revelation 3 and 9. Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not. The Lord is reiterating this again. They're not. All right. And it's being revealed what's going on. Everybody's hating. They're mad because they hate us. That's what's going on. That's why they're denying it. Again, there was no problem when they thought the whole world thought it was them. But the whole world see us now proclaiming this truth, man. All right. So everyone bucking up against it. And of course, what's going to happen. They're going to seek to take our lives via that persecution, man. But hey, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai, we'll be ready. Okay, for whatever. Again, behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. That's what I was just going into. They're lying. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee, man. And that's going into us like, coming into our power, all right. And the rest of these nations, starting with Esau, Edom, all right, which is the head of that synagogue of Satan, man, they're going into captivity, and they're going to have to, be under submission, you know, under the Hebrew Israelites, man. And whatever we desire, whatever we need, whatever we want, man, they're going to have to do it, man. And if they don't, it's going to be a serious problem. This is a stumbling block. See, we've inherited lies from these guys, all right? That synagogue of Satan. That's why people don't understand it. That's why our own people, 2/3 are coming up against us when we talk about this particular subject, because they've been taught that the Lord loves everybody. It's a huge stumbling block. And especially as they get older, the so-called elders of our nation, all right, you can't tell them nothing. All right, they know clear as day we're out there telling the truth. But guess what? They're so stubborn in their old age that they're not going to say that it was wrong. All you got to do is admit you was wrong. They're not going to do that, are they? Those women, so-called, black pastor women, bishops. I grew up in shit like that. You understand me? A bishop, a woman bishop, or a pastor, a female pastor. You know what I mean? You think they're going to come out of that and say, you know what? I was wrong. I'm not supposed to be up here, congregation. This is wrong. Absolutely not. They're in too deep. They're in too deep, and they don't have the humility to repent. And it's gonna cost them dearly. They're gonna wish they did that simple thing. It's not that hard, bro, if you're not a prideful person. But that pride being puffed up like that, oh man, it'll have you stubborn, stiff-necked, conscience seared with a hot iron. They're not gonna budge, man. We're watching it. All right, we watching it. They doubling up, or what they say, doubling down, on their ignorance, man. We're teaching y'all. I done told them folk, and I done told them folk, man. I done told my pops, about the old girl up in there. She ain't supposed to be up in there, man. Shit. Hey, I'm talking about my so-called ex-pastor when I was, as a female, spewing all type of madness. But again, let me not, hey, that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day, man. But they all hate us. They all hate this truth, and they're jealous. That's all it is, man. They're jealous. They're jealous. But man, I'm gonna leave it there through the spirit of power Yahweh Shem Shah concerning that synagogue of Satan, and that the fact that these are not Jews, man. Bro, I got a lot of precepts on, but I made the point through the spirit of power Yahweh Shem Shah, Lord willing, man. Study to show yourself approved. If you think that we're lying, and you think yourself to be a spiritual person, well then let me tell you what you need to do, homeboy, homegirl. All right. You pray to Yahweh Shema Shai for revelation concerning this subject, and see what comes back. Yahweh Bahashim Shai is the names that you should be praying in. If you're confused, all right. If you're a brother in this truth and you believe everything else but this, well, you need to pray for it. All right. And the Lord is gonna, reveal that truth. The Lord is not a man that he shall lie, and he's not the author of the confusion. All right. That'll be the wicked man, that's spewing all that confusion, man. All right, because they're jealous of that eternal blessing that we're getting ready to receive, man. Everybody else shit was temporary, and look at how y'all rocked, man. Y'all was totally treacherous towards everybody, totally treacherous, man. When y'all ruled, man, in wickedness, man, to the point where we're gonna see the manifestation of that. Esau, Edom, this man, he gonna destroy his own people, trying to be like Yahweh, and it's finna cost them dearly, and finna go into change immediately, bro. This is finna happen so fast your head is gonna spin. So with that, again, salvation is only for the nation of Israel. Call Allah Yahweh Shema Shah. Till next time, Shalom.